All right, so here is experiment number two on the ChatGPT stacked prompt content tool that I'm playing with, building. I'm essentially using GBT for Sheets, which allows me to pull in the API information from ChatGPT to then work and combine various prompts inside of Google Sheets. The first round I did produced a kind of a waterfall of prompts that performed or built a long form content outline. Um, uh, Included a version that could be ported to HTML. In this test, I'm actually working on introducing variables to this content. Some of the variables that I'm playing with are persona or personas, as well as person of pronouns. And the idea here is that we can introduce changes to the content somewhat dynamically so that we can view it before we're kind of done with our process. So to give you a sense of how this works, I've taken a couple different sample sites. These are just random sites I've found in the jewelry space, which is the topic of our test article. I could build these personas out probably more succinctly, but I'm really just grabbing these sections from the About Us page and popping them into this persona field here. Um, and the various uh, prompts are commanded to reference that inside of the output. So I'll let that load for a moment here and we'll see kind of what the output does. All right, so here we have a sense of how that kind of customizes the output. We'll see in some sections it actually calls out the name of the entity. So here, for instance, third paragraph down, it says, at Arezzo Jewelers, we understand the importance of finding the perfect wedding ring. At the top, it says, as someone who has been in the jewelry industry for almost 2 decades. So again, it's taking that customized persona information and porting it in here. We can also change the person of pronouns. So here, currently it's in the first person. Let's change it to second person. We should see the tense change. All right, here we go. So now we have it starting to load in second person. So you can see essentially how it reads differently in that different tense. Let's go ahead and change the persona. So we're going to switch personas to, how about these guys here? Company Tracy Jewelers. I'm going to put in the name just because I find that more relevant. And I'll just copy this. And we could put in more like more accurate personas, like act as a professional jeweler with 10 years of experience who understands or specializes in wedding rings. You could do that, but I'm simply just taking the generalized about us content and using that as a reference. Assuming that the website has done a decent job there, it um, seems to do the job. So again, we'll let this render. All right. Again, we see similar inputs. So at Tracy Jewelers, we understand that every couple has different preferences and budgets. Again, we're in second person. At Tracy Jewelers, we believe the most important thing is to find a ring you love and that fits your budget. All right, so let's change it to first person. Let's change it actually to third person since we haven't done that yet. Wait for it to load. All right, starting to see the output now. All right, and so you can see how this ability to dynamically change the tense and the persona could really start to fine tune or give you a level of customization to the output that you might not see otherwise. Anyway, if you have any other ideas on things that might be good to add as a variable, or anything else that might be interesting to add to this experiment as we build out these processes, certainly comment or let us know.